Индонезия является крупнейшей экономикой АСЕАН и одним из ключевых стратегических партнеров России в регионе. В условиях активного переформатирования глобальных цепочек поставок Индонезия последовательно наращивает свое присутствие как в региональных, так и международных интеграционных процессах. Я с большим удовольствием хотел бы поприветствовать на нашем форуме делегацию высокого уровня из Индонезии под руководством господина Agusa Harimurti Yudhoyono.
Bagaimana cara Indonesia bersikap di tengah gejolak ketidakpastian dunia? Simak ketegasan Menteri Koordinator Bidang Infrastruktur dan Pembangunan Kewilayahan Agus Harimurti Yudhoyono langsung dari Forum Ekonomi Global di Rusia.
Indonesia connects these worlds not only by geography but also by strategic choice. Ladies and gentlemen, at SPF 2025 last year, President Prabowo Subianto made Indonesia's position clear. We seek friendship with all nations. We believe in dialogue over confrontation and cooperation over rivalry. We must move from dialogue to deals, from frameworks to projects, and from goodwills to durable and trusted partnerships. Let us be the generation that chooses cooperation over fragmentation, resilience over vulnerability, and long-term partnerships over short-term gain.
Luar biasa, bukan? Di ajang bergengsi St. Petersburg International Economic Forum 2026, Menko AHY membawa pesan yang sangat krusial bagi masa depan kita semua. Di tengah ancaman perubahan iklim, gangguan rantai pasok global, hingga ketegangan geopolitik global, Indonesia tidak tinggal diam. Menko AHY dengan tegas menyampaikan bahwa bagi Indonesia, pembangunan infrastruktur itu bukan sekedar proyek fisik biasa. Infrastruktur adalah fondasi utama untuk memperkuat ketahanan pangan, energi, dan air, sekaligus kunci utama dalam meningkatkan kualitas hidup masyarakat secara merata. Dalam forum kolaborasi antara kawasan ASEAN dan Eurasia, Indonesia siap mengambil peran strategis sebagai jembatan konektivitas, penyeimbang, dan mitra konstruktif. Ada 3 agenda infrastruktur prioritas nasional yang ditawarkan kepada dunia. 1. Dekarbonisasi transportasi, transisi menuju energi bersih dan pengembangan ekosistem baterai kendaraan listrik. 2. Konektivitas strategis, penguatan pelabuhan dan jaringan perkereta-apian di Sumatera, Kalimantan hingga Sulawesi demi logistik yang efisien. 3. Infrastruktur berketahanan iklim. Disinilah Indonesia membuka peluang kolaborasi global yang masif, termasuk proyek strategis nasional seperti Giant Seawall untuk melindungi kawasan pesisir kita. Karena pada akhirnya, kemitraan yang kuat, saling menghormati dan saling menguntungkan selalu jauh lebih bernilai dibanding persaingan yang memecah belah. Nah, daripada penasaran bagaimana Menko AHY memaparkan visi besar Indonesia ini di hadapan para pemimpin dunia dengan penyampaian yang sangat lugas, yuk langsung saja kita simak pidato selengkapnya berikut ini. Jangan lupa untuk tekan tombol like, tulis opini menarik kalian di kolom komentar, dan subscribe agar tidak ketinggalan informasi strategis lainnya. Selamat menyimak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon us all. Excellencies, distinguished panelists, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to stand before you in this magnificent city of St. Petersburg, where history, culture, architecture, and human connection meet with remarkable grace. Allow me to thank the Russia-ASEAN Business Council and Mr. Ivan Polyakov for convening this important dialogue between the EAEU, Eurasian Economic Union, and ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Excellencies, recent years have reminded us how fragile global system can be. Supply chains can be disrupted. Energy prices can move sharply. Food systems can come under pressure. Tensions in one region can quickly affect households, industries, and infrastructure projects in another. In such a world, resilience is no longer optional. It must be designed deliberately through infrastructure, energy security, and trusted partnerships. ASEAN and the EAEU occupy important strategic spaces. ASEAN brings market dynamisms, manufacturing depth, young population, and maritime connectivity, while the EAEU brings energy, resources, engineering, agriculture, logistics, and continental reach. Indonesia connects these worlds not only by geography, but also by strategic choice. Ladies and gentlemen, at SPF 2025 last year, President Prabowo Subianto made Indonesia's position clear. We seek friendship with all nations. We believe in dialogue over confrontation and cooperation over rivalry. In an age when connected states are increasingly important, Indonesia seeks to be a bridge, to be a builder, to be a balancer. Our objective is clear: to secure energy, food, and water while driving strong economic growth. These are the foundations of national resilience, economic sovereignty, and global stability. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this dialogue comes at an important moment. As businesses diversify production networks amid geopolitical uncertainty, ASEAN and the EAEU have a rare opportunity to build complementary value chains, reduce dependence on single supply corridors, and strengthen economic resilience. Trade reached $27.2 billion in 2024. This is encouraging, but still modest compared to ASEAN's trade with other major partners, including the European Union. Indonesia and the EAEU signed the Free Trade Agreement in December 2025. The agreement is now in the process of ratification. Once it enters into force, it can help advance our trade and investments relations. Against this backdrop, allow me to highlight 3 priorities from Indonesia's infrastructure agenda. First, transport decarbonization. Transport is a major source of Indonesia's energy-related emissions. As Indonesia works toward its 2030 climate agendas and net zero emissions by 2060, transport transformation will be essential. This includes electrified rail, green mass transit, electric vehicles, battery ecosystems, sustainable aviation fuel, and cleaner maritime transport. For us, this is also about industrial upgrading. Indonesia does not want to join the energy transition only as a raw material supplier. We want to participate in value creation. Second, strategic connectivity. As the world's largest archipelagic nation with more than 17,000 islands, connectivity is what binds Indonesia together, expands opportunity, and strengthens our competitiveness. We are strengthening strategic ports, integrating logistics, and advancing rail development from high-speed rail to future and better and expanded corridors across Sumatra, Kalimantan, and Sulawesi. This, once again, open opportunities in joint manufacturing of rail and equipment, technology transfer in signaling and digital logistics, and integrated rail, port, and logistics corridors. Our aim is simple: to move people, goods, and opportunities more efficiently across the archipelago. Third, climate resilient infrastructure. For Indonesia, climate adaptation is already a daily reality. Floods, flash floods, Landslides make up more than 90% of our natural disasters. They displace communities, damage infrastructure, and disrupt livelihoods. Along Java's northern coast, land subsidence and sea level rise are threatening millions of people, and a number of big ports, industry, agriculture, and special critical economic zones and infrastructure. This is why Indonesia is advancing the giant sea wall project and a broader coastal resilience agenda, not only to build protection, but to safeguard lives, livelihoods, and coastal cities. These open opportunities in engineering, barrier technology, operations, early warning systems, as well as joint research. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, these priorities point to the broader questions before our dialogue today. First, what will shape the EA-EU-ASEAN interaction in these years ahead? I believe three forces stand out. Supply chains are shifting. Resilience is now as important as efficiency. The energy transition is accelerating. Global clean energy investment is projected to exceed $2 trillion in 2026, and climate risk is rising. This makes resilient infrastructure both a development necessity and a major investment opportunity. Second, how do we sustain cooperation amid global turbulence? The answer is practical cooperation. We must move from dialogue to deals, from frameworks to projects, and from goodwills to durable and trusted partnerships. This means joint investment in real industrial projects grounded in genuine transfer of technology. It means simpler rules across logistics, customs, digital trade, and investment. And it means stronger business-to-business channels where the Russia-ASEAN Business Council can play a valuable role. Ultimately, our task is clear: to make prosperity and sustainability reinforce each other. We can begin with 4 sectors of clear mutual benefits: green infrastructure and clean energy, AI-powered logistics, climate-resilient engineering, and the maritime industrial ecosystems. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia's 3 priorities form a single integrated vision: a stronger, greener, and more future-ready Indonesia within a stronger, greener, and more interconnected region. By combining the engineering excellence and resource depth of the EA-EU with the market dynamism and strategic geography of ASEAN, we can build infrastructure that endures, industries that innovate, and partnerships that can withstand uncertainty. Let us be the generation that chooses cooperation over fragmentation, resilience over vulnerability, and long-term partnerships over short-term gain. Let us build not only stronger economies, but also stronger trust between our nations. Thank you, terima kasih, spasiba.